Today I'm visiting one of our awesome clients, Rosso Coffee. Most cafes think they're in the business of selling coffee. Rosso isn't one of them. These guys understand something deeper. In a crowded market, coffee isn't the product. The experience is the product. The story, the theatre, the ritual, the education, that's what people remember, and that's what people come back for. Today I'm visiting Rosso's North Melbourne roastery, a space reviewers have called the crema of the crop. And as we walk through their operation, I want you to pay attention to something that Rosso has built. It's an ecosystem, not just a cafe. There's a big business lesson here. Stick around and I'll show you how to identify your brand personality. Let's begin.
So we're on our way to Rosso Coffee. They've got several locations around Melbourne, and we're going to catch up with an accelerator client, Rames, who owns Rosso Coffee, and we're going to talk business. See you there.
Rosso Coffee is one of those brands that didn't happen by accident. It was engineered. Founded by Rames, who walked away from the corporate world to do something he actually cared about, Rosso was built on one philosophy: coffee with character. And that character shows up everywhere. They're roasting small batches every morning. They're serving locals their daily fix. They're shipping beans across the country. They supply cafes who want high quality, precise, Melbourne-style craftsmanship. But what really sets Rosso apart is how they've expanded. Not through randomness, not through let's open another store and hope for the best, but through purpose-driven locations that play a distinct role in the brand story.
We're here with Rames from Rosso Coffee Experience, and Rames is going to show us around.
Let's go.
All right. Oh, look, that's the
Cupping, yeah. We do cupping twice a day here. They're always booked out, and
so that's your tasting, like
wine tasting. We teach, like wine tasting. We teach people how to assess coffee and the process we go through to select coffees that end up in your coffee machine.
Wow.
But it's an appreciation session.
Yeah.
This is our make your own coffee bar for the public to book in and make coffee. This is a 15-minute session. We'll do a crash course on how to make an awesome coffee.
You'll have to give me a tutorial when you come to my place.
Done, easy. Do it, yeah.
Look at what Rosso has engineered here. A roastery that educates, espresso bars that serve at scale, a wholesale arm, and an online presence that extends the experience beyond the store. That's a complete ecosystem. Most cafes just sell coffee. Rosso sells a journey from curious to connoisseur. And that right there is how you build a brand with longevity. Build an experience around a brand, and marketing amplifies that experience. This is how you stand out in a crowded market, creating a point of difference, one that actually resonates with your audience. If you're struggling to find your brand's voice, I'm here to help. Just click the link below and download a free worksheet. It's designed to help you identify your brand personality, pinpoint the attributes that connect you with your audience, and ensure you deliver a consistent brand experience across all your media. With that said, let's continue.
This is our
Oh, wow.
coffee roaster that we use for our high-end
That's cool.
and expensive coffees.
So you get it like raw and then you roast it?
Yep, and
Okay.
have a look. Have a smell of that.
Oh, wow. And, so the when it goes brown, that's from the roasting?
Yeah, the roasting.
Okay.
Our large roaster, which we're yet
wow.
to kick off. Pretty much. It's a 90 kilo Probat roaster from 1960s, which we had fully reconditioned.
Wow. And so when's the ideal time to drink coffee that's been roasted? Like you roast it today, when is the ideal time?
We like to give it a minimum of 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah, 7 days. We find that 14 days later, the coffee really opens up into its flavour.
Nice.
Try opening the door.
Oh, wow.
Show
That's
those
heavy.
muscles. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
We forklifted it in. We had to hire a special forklift for it. I think it's about 2 tons.
Wow.
That unit alone.
You need a lot of equipment, huh?
Walking through the roastery with Rames, you really see something most business owners never figure out. And it's not just that he knows coffee, it's that he knows why his audience cares about coffee. It's that distinction that matters, because here's the truth. In Melbourne, there's a cafe on every corner. Beans, machines, latte art, none of that is unique anymore. Skill alone won't separate you, but what separates you is understanding 2 things. Number 1 is your craft, number 2 is your customer, and then building a bridge between the 2. Rosso does this beautifully. They don't just roast beans, they explain the process. They don't just serve espresso, they teach people why it tastes the way it does. They don't just offer products, they invite customers into the story behind them. That's how you turn coffee drinkers into loyalists, and that's how you turn locals into evangelists, and that's how you stand out in a saturated market. When you truly understand your audience, you stop guessing, you stop competing on price, you stop trying to be better and instead become different. And when you communicate that difference clearly through tastings, through experiences, through events, through storytelling, through branding, you're no longer just another cafe. You become the cafe people talk about. This is the bigger lesson. People don't fall in love with what you sell. They fall in love with what you stand for and what you teach them, and most of all, how you make them feel. Rosso isn't just selling coffee. They're bringing customers along for the journey, and that journey itself is the actual product.
I'll show you the inner range. So it goes from basically lighter to darker.
Yeah.
So this is a really good.
Lighter is stronger.
Lighter, it generally has more caffeine actually.
Okay.
Lighter, but this is a more complex coffee using 4 beans. This is the one that we use here.
Yeah.
It's a 2-bean blend, a little bit darker, really chocolatey and cherry flavour, and then our governor for strong people who like strong coffee. And then we've got our single origins.
How have you found the marketing accelerator?
The accelerator's been really good. It's something that you can't expect results overnight,
Yep.
but you can see the infrastructure being built out, which I think is really, really valuable. I've also noticed a massive improvement in our marketing coordinator, who really had no direction before. Now he has direction, and the results are like tenfold. So just basing it on him, because he's really doing a lot of the work.
Yeah.
It's a really good thing.
So going from doing random stuff to a systemized process. Yeah.
And that's what we were lacking in the business.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, good work. Well, you've done an amazing job.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
Well, so good to catch up with you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Here's the big takeaway from today. Rosso isn't winning because they roast better beans. They're winning because they've built a story around their craft. They've built experiences around their expertise and a community around their brand. Understanding your craft is the foundation. Understanding your audience is the multiplier. By connecting the two consistently and intentionally, that's the engine that grows a business. Rosso doesn't just tell people who they are and what they sell. They show them through tasting, through education, through storytelling, and through experiences. They guide customers from, I just drink coffee, to, I understand why this one is special. That's how you stand out when you're surrounded by a sea of competitors. That's how you build loyalty in a world full of choices. And that's how you create a business that people don't just buy from, but believe in. No matter what business you run, a cafe, a gym, a coaching business, or any business at all, the principle is the same. Get clear on what makes you different. Then communicate it so well, so often, and so authentically that your audience can't help but feel it. Because in the end, the market doesn't reward the best product. It rewards the product with the clearest, most magnetic story. Rosso has theirs dialed in. The question is, do you? If this video resonated with you, you're going to love what's coming next. We've got even more strategies to help you grow and scale. Click the video on the screen and keep learning.